Greetings from London. Good morning. Why do parents not understand their children? And vice versa. Why do children not understand their parents? I love to observe here people. I love to go in a cafe, drink nice coffee, and observe how people dress, how they walk, how they talk. It's really, really absolutely fascinating for me. And one of the things I found out in the differences in culture is that, for example, if you go to Spain and Italy, children are really well bonded to their parents. But in other cultures, like the English culture, for example, it's such a different thing. And children who are misbehaving, like, you know, drunk British people going to pubs and not having any control over themselves, it really tells you that ultimately, when they were children, they did not receive enough love and attention from their parents. It's their way of showing the way you behave now as an adult is basically a sign of how you grew up, whether you were nurtured enough or not. And this disconnect between parents and children is really basically the parents' fault because they brought the child into this world, and it's their responsibility to absolutely care about their kids. And it's not enough to just give your children food, water, shelter, and some money. It's not enough at all. It's just halfway. What you need to do is really bond with your children. And how do you bond? Well, for example, disciplining your child is not enough either, because disciplining without participating in their lives is no good as well. The child won't respect you. Your child won't respect you because he realizes that you're really not interested in his or her life. You really have to participate. As early as when my child was 1 year old, I was already playing Lego with him and playing with his little toys with him and just trying to interact with him psychologically. You know, my parents never understood me. They always felt like I was an alien to them, a just strange and complicated boy. But you know, it's really all about getting to know the many, many facets of your child's psychology. And the more you dig in, the more you really are absolutely passionately, the key word is passionately, interested in what interests them. I mean, it can be like coloring together, playing Lego together. It can be running together, playing hopscotch together, as silly as that. But the problem with adults is that they feel embarrassed to do these childlike activities because they have already lost their those childlike qualities in them through life, through stresses, through school. They have lost it, and they only know how to behave as a quote unquote adult. And that's if you're able to truly bond with your child by truly participating in their lives and all the activities that they love to do, you do as well with them with joy, not just pretend to enjoy it, but really enjoy what they do. They'll see that, and that creates an absolute natural bond with your child. And there's no substitution for this, you know? There's no substitution for real joy, real passion. Like I still love skateboarding. Still love to do tricks on skateboarding. I still love water sports. And right now I'm encouraging my son, Keanu, to skate better, to skateboard better. And I want to teach him this summer how to sail a boat. And so I'll probably end up borrowing a sailboat and teach him how to navigate and things like that. And I constantly question him when I have the chance in math as well. And so he realizes from his view, that I'm really interested in his life. And as a result, he opens up more and he tells his fears to me more. And I do the same now and then, just to let him know I'm not the superior being, but just I'm human too. But you have to show him your strength as well as your sensitive side. You have to show strength and guidance and make him feel like he's not alone. This is key. And if you're able to do this on a constant basis, it will just strengthen your relationship. This is why me and my child have a super, super strong relationship, even though I have not been with him on a vacation for 4 years now. I have not had a sleepover with my son for 4 years now because of the stupid, corrupt, filthy, disgusting system in Slovakia, with a corruption in the courts, corruption in judges. Everybody there just takes money from the Eurofund and from people like me, and all the judges are basically in cahoots with one another, making their own nice little business, so to speak. And never mind about father's rights. They don't give a shit about that. They just care about preserving the status quo. Basically, even though the mother is a psychopath, they give the child to the mother, of course. And I'm just a wallet. I just pay money every month without my rights ever being respected by anybody there. And as a result, the children there are also in disconnect with their parents because the parents are too negative, too pessimistic, too dominant, too oppressive. And then also the people who work in their jobs there, like the judges, supposedly fair, are actually absolutely moronic and stupid and incompetent. They too are tyrannical, negative, toxic, basically. And so people living there are living in a toxic soup. This is why the country doesn't progress. There's no progress in Slovakia as a result. And it all boils down to the parents not bonding with their kids and not bonding in their kids in a positive way. And it's so important. And this is why we have many, many sick people in the brain, in the body. You see many doctors too who are really stressed, only believing in pharmaceuticals, not taking care of their bodies, prescribing these horrible, horrible pills to their patients, and not giving them proper health and wellness. They don't know, and they don't give a shit because they've been programmed by the pharma. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. But getting back, you must bond with your kids in a passionate way. There's no substitution. And if you can't do it, then don't have kids. Just have a dog, have a cat. Anyway, bye.